Remember when I said I didn't really have a problem with Captain and the Game Master? Well, I lied. Everyone remembers Captain N. Video game, cartoon, guy gets sucked into the video game world, and he meets people such as Mega Man, Kid Icarus, and the like. Well, since Mega Man's in the cartoon, you might as well put in the Robot Masters. I'm going to compare the pictures of the Robot Masters in the game with how they look in the cartoon. Enjoy. First, let's take a look at Fireman. You see, he looks like he's in a fireman uniform, and he looks badass. Let's see how he looks in the cartoon. Admittedly, they didn't screw up Fireman too bad. I mean, he doesn't really look like he should, but at least he's red, and at least he's got the fire, and at least he shoots what he should shoot. Okay, let's talk about Iceman. Note how he looks like a cute little Eskimo, and in the game, he shoots ice breath, called the Ice Slasher. Let's see how they screwed him up in the Captain N cartoon.
So much for that idea.
Okay, he's an evil Eskimo who has a freeze gun. Wait, this sounds really familiar. This reminds me of a villain I used to watch on TV when I was little.
Fraction of a second.
That's what you think, Flash. My super cold ray will freeze you into oblivion.
You ought to aim better, Captain Cold. You just zapped yourself.
Gutsman, he's a big hulking son of a bitch. In the cartoon, he's a big hulking son of a bitch. No problem here, let's move on. Bomb Man, he's red and black and he has a Mr. T haircut. Let's see what it looks like in the cartoon.
Hey!
Other than the color change, I'd say Bomb Man is pretty much spot on perfect. Electric Man, he looks like a ninja, doesn't he? He looks like a ninja and he shoots thunderbolts. Let's see what he looks like in the cartoon. He looks like a friggin' dork. Look at, he has huge glasses, the color's wrong, and he just looks like an idiot. This finally brings us to Cutman. Notice how simple he is. There's only two colors you need, red and white. He's about the same height as Mega Man, and he's just really simple to draw. So you think they wouldn't screw him up this bad, right? Wrong.
Cutman's the name, cutting's my game, and I don't mean hair.
What in the hell? How do you go from this to this without drugs having been involved? How did they go from apple red and pure white to puke green and shit brown? And look at him, he looks like if you took a picture of Jack Nicholson, colored it purple, and put scissors on his head. Note the resemblance? And how do you screw up his design? I mean, he's the simplest character to draw. I can draw this little sumbitch in paint. Looks a hell of a lot better than how he looks in the cartoon. Pay attention to how Cutman throws his cutter. He picks it off his head and he throws it. In the cartoon, he takes the lazy way out. All he does is lean backwards and lurches forward. You mean to tell me the animators are too lazy to actually have him pick it off his head and throw it? Look at this. He looks like Jack Nicholson and he acts like Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
The new gardener.
He wouldn't even be too bad if they just put cutter boomerangs on his head. Why did they actually put a pair of scissors? He would have been 10 times better if they just would have went with the rolling cutter and not some stupid safety scissors to put on his head. I'll admit it looks pretty cool when he throws it when it leaves that trail, but it's still pretty stupid. And Cutman's the weakest character, right? Well, then how the hell do you explain this? Sweet Jesus, that laugh is annoying. Anyway, did you see what happened? He gets shot 5 times, he doesn't even get hurt. Meanwhile, back in the chase scene, Captain N faces Gutsman, the most powerful robot master in the game. He could chuck boulders, for Christ's sake. But he gets shot once and takes it like a bitch. Let's see how much damage 5 shots can actually do to him in a real game. 1, 2, come on, you red bitch. 3, 4, 5. 5 shots! Takes away half of his energy. That's more than enough to have Cutsman feel pain. You wanna know how Cutman finally dies? Duke, this little bastard, runs around him, and then he gets confused, and then look at this, look at this.
Duke, way down!
He gets fucked in the ass by his own scissors.
Good boy, Duke.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
You're right, Princess. Compared to the next 5 robots, Cutsman was just a wimp.
Oh! You mean the other 5 robots that you successfully killed with 1 blast when it took you like 15 minutes to kill this guy? Not to mention...
Often, when I first played the game, I went through it 50 times before I got to Cutsman.
Now, if you think that was bad, wait till you see what I have in store for you in